And we're back in my truck. So we got a no heat call for a reception area. There's 4 furnaces and one of them has 3 zones on it. So hopefully it's not the zoned one. So let's get into it. So here we go. Alrighty, so we have a Honeywell VisionPro 8000. It currently has a thermostat memory error and it keeps rebooting. I'm checking the voltage now and you can see it's like all over the place. It's definitely not 27. So let's go in the attic and see what's going on. So whoever labeled these things, thank you. They even labeled thermostats, but looks like we got a wet switch and there's water in there. Okay. Condensate is right there. Let's see if it's full. We're gonna go ahead and kill the power. Oh, this thing is bone dry inside. I don't know where the water's coming from. Runs back there. Looks like the trap is full of water. Oh, everything appears to be dry over here. Even under there. Yeah, man, I don't know. There's water right here. I think that's running back because it's not coming from the furnace. I think I need to check in the back of the furnace, but yeah, I don't see any water, the source of the water. Yeah, it looks normal. Yeah, looks normal. Plugged. Well, let's fire up this furnace and see what it's doing. And we'll kind of go from there. Well, I found the water. This whole part right here is wet. And it's almost like it's leaking behind this. And it's building up here somehow, but there's definitely coming from the furnace. Let's fire this thing up, see what it does. This is why I like float switches, because the problem with this is this felt is wet, and until you can get completely 100% dry, it's just going to keep tripping. So I'm going to have to disconnect that thing. Okay, so I had to redo all the wiring. It was really bad. It's just all chopped up. I prefer to just redo everything. So that's why we do these curly cues, is to give you extra space for when you replace the unit or if you have to repair any damage on the wires. So that's why I always do the curly cues myself. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wire this back up. We've got that wet switch taken out. I'm gonna probably end up putting a float switch on this, but we're gonna see if we can find our source of water. And then we're also gonna clean out that drain just to cover our bases. Okay, we got it rewired. I'm gonna plug back in. I have the thermostat disconnected, but we have a steady 27.5 volts now. I'm gonna go ahead and call. I do have the thermostat taken off because what was happening was the voltage was low, but high enough to actually get it to boot up, but then it would restart. And I think that was what was giving the memory error. Hopefully it didn't damage the thermostat. But first I wanna make sure the system's working, see if we can find the source of water, and then go from there. So we're at 2.65 the inducer. The maximum is supposed to be 2.63, so it's slightly high, but not crazy. So let's just see what she's doing. All right, I'm not seeing any active sources of water leaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and just vacuum all the drainage, and hopefully that fixes our issue. I have that I don't have a float switch on me, of course. So I'm gonna try to dry off that thing, see if I can get it to reset. Otherwise I'll have to come back and just put it in the float. But I've stuck it in the return, so as the unit's running, it's drying it out. So I dried it off the best I could. And then hopefully I can air dry the rest of it and reset it. We'll hook it up to power, make sure it's not like, doing that chattering thing. And if it's good, we'll reinstall it. So I'm using my jumper leads to power this thing on. That's why I use such long ones, but yeah, now it's detecting moisture and it's solid on, but I can't get it to reset. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna just have to come back with the float switch But we're going to go ahead and take apart this drain and start cleaning it. So I've taken off the felt and it's completely dry now and it's still not resetting. So from what I understand, the way this works is when the thing gets wet, it creates continuity between this part here and the outer part. And when that continuity is created, that's what sets it off, and then it pops the relay open. It may have gotten fried. I don't know if this glue is causing it to continue this continuity or not, but yeah. We're gonna have to come back and put in a float switch. Alrighty, so they're back up and running. I had to reprogram the thermostat. It lost all of its settings because the memory got erased because it was, operating on 8 volts. We're gonna come back and install another one of those water sensors tomorrow, so yeah. Alright, so it's the next day. We ended up having to go with one of those again. But I can see all the water is dried up. So that's a good sign. Yeah, so it's not leaking anymore. Good to know. Alright, we got it all wired up, so we're using red and black goes on R in common, and then orange also goes to R because we're breaking our R connection to the thermostat. So I'm going from R to orange, and then from orange goes all the way to there, and then comes back to green because that's our normally closed circuit, and then we wire that into the R going to the thermostat. So if this trips, it will kill the power, the 24 volts going to the thermostat. Test this by pushing the test button. It's locked out. Thermostat was calling for fan. It's killed the fan call because there's no 24 volts going to the thermostat anymore. If we hit the reset button, we now have 24 volts going back to the thermostat, and we should be getting our call for fan shortly. And there it is. So we're good to go. So anyway, hopefully this helps you out when you come across a memory error on a Honeywell VisionPro 8000. Generally, it's going to mean either the thermostat is completely messed up or that you have some kind of voltage issue. So in this case, that wet switch just wasn't setting enough voltage. And so it was just wreaking havoc on that thing. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment, tell me what a horrible technician I am. Hit that bell notification and follow me on Instagram, Facebook. And if you want to support the channel, you can purchase some of the tools on the screen, links below. And if you like my work socks, you can get a set of them on Camel City Mill. Use Nighthawk 10 to get 10% off. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.